It's the only time I can take a deep breath. There's so much going on. We're getting towards the business end of the NBL season, so I chose to meditate right when the show started. Probably in hindsight, wasn't the smartest time. But outside of that, we're jumping straight back in. Wherever you might be around the nation, get involved. Hashtag NBL Overtime, all our socials, and we're breaking a rule. To be fair, that we've broken a few times on this show over the last 5 years anyway. But my man in the house, he's got his phone on for a very important reason.
What's happening,
How you doing,
man?
buddy? You good?
Listen, there's so much to discuss. Let's just get into it.
Tell you what, you jumped off the Pinder Mitch Creek MVP bandwagon pretty quickly, I see.
Seventh place, bro. You're seventh. There ain't nothing else I can say about that.
And I like that shirt.
Thanks, man.
I like it. Liam Santamaria in the house. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Welcome back.
You know what? We're actually breaking one of my rules kickstart the show. Because you know that I'm not a ladder guy. I mean, let's show the ladder in round 3. No way. But now we've got to show the ladder because it's all happening. We know that there's the 2 fights on. The fight for the top 2 and guaranteed semi-final. The fight for the home court and elimination games. And then the fight just to get in to the play-in system. And we're going to start with Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, who for the first time in a little while dropped out of the top 6 last night. They had a home game. I was there. The joint was rocking. The State Basketball Centre. They did a wonderful job in every aspect outside of getting the W.
Bad loss. Really bad loss. Well, we all know how important that game was for the Phoenix. You can't lose to Brisbane or Illawarra right now if you're trying to make the finals. You've just got to go ahead and get that win. And they had the band back together. They had that starting unit. We spoke about it on this desk last week. But when push came to shove, in crunch time, they just couldn't get it done. Now, we can talk about what they did or didn't do right, but it is just get it done time right now in the NBL. If you're in that race for the finals, and Corey, they didn't get it done.
Yo, we got a lot of things in America. We got a dance called the Cha-Cha Slide. We got another dance called the Electric Slide. But the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix Slide, this is what we're calling this.
Yeah.
Listen, 0-6, and okay, they got the band back together. Before that, they were hit with injuries, and somehow, because of the work that they done early, it kept them, despite being 0-5, in the top 6. That's a miracle with how tight this ladder is, but credit to them for doing the work early. The band gets back together. You're playing the Bullets. You just said it. You had to find a way to get it done. Control the controllables. They did not do that. They were on home soil, whether it was in the CBD where they play at John Cain or not. You at home with your home fans. You did not put on. You did not come to show up. And you know what? Baines barely played. So it ain't like Baines was the problem in this. Jason Kadee tore you to shreds. And for your guards to be intact and healthy, you should have been able to handle that. He wanted it more, and he killed y'all. It was literally, every time I look, Jason Kadee is going to the rack, getting a layup, which got him in a groove, and then he started hitting those big threes. But you just did not handle your business. And because of that, you're now on the outside looking in with a tough run home.
So here is the run. You made a good point. Just get it done. In professional sport, you've got to be able to at some point find some fluency when it's not there. This is on the roll. This is the roll home now. Tassie, who are starting to play some good basketball. The Wildcats likewise. Taipans are in the top 2, and the Kings are the best team in the league. So while they had their full crew home last night, it was almost like a perfect storm. It's very hard to be able to, here you go. We've got all this talent. And just flick the switch. It's almost impossible to do in a league that is this tough. They've got to find a way to do it. And it is going to take a monstrous coaching effort from Simon Mitchell to be able to get it done.
Under all kinds of pressure. And look, they're going to need to win 3 of those games, 3 of their last 4 to get to 15 and 13, which, I don't know, I think is what probably 6th place is going to have. That's going to be really tough to do. And the thing for me that, we've spoken over previous seasons about this team, the Phoenix, in crunch time. What are you doing in the big moments to get yourself over the line? I found it weird that in those last couple of minutes, they were blazing away from 3 because they're not a make or miss team. They're ahead on the rim, put pressure on the defense and the referees. You had them in the bonus. Now, Brisbane were packing the paint, but in those massive moments, they were blazing away from 3, 4 of 24 from long range, and the game got away from them.
Simon Mitchell, he's been great. 4 years into this thing, how much pressure, how important for his future is the next 4 games?
It's extremely important because big decisions are going to be made based on how you finish up the season. That has been something that they have not been able to do throughout the course of their inception, right? So with that, everybody's healthy now. You're 10-4 with that crew. This is, again, the most unpredictable league in the world.
That's
so
true.
what we think may happen ain't gonna happen.
Great.
But your inability to control that game, it just gives you less room for error. And now, pressure's on. Let's see what they do.
Little extra sting as well with the loss last night because while they drop out of the 6, Melbourne United, they roll on in. And while South East Melbourne Phoenix have been struggling, MU have been rolling. Check this out.
Coming into this game tonight, it was only the second time in 6 years that Melbourne United had lost 4 on the trot. It's now going to be 5 losses in a row.
There's nothing here to discuss about Melbourne United. Next subject.
I just topped the season and said, this is our team, that we've got everyone back, and this is the team that needs to go on a serious run to try and make the playoffs.
This season, it's been hanging by a thread, but they're breathing a bit of life back into it.
And Melbourne United make it 4 of their last 5.
That is game over.
Dean Vickerman and Melbourne United on an absolute tear at the moment.
Melbourne have got the job done though. They've won 4 straight games now and 7 of their last 8, Melbourne.
Only recent loss, Christmas Day, against the best team in the league without their most important player. December early, that loss against Perth. We'll start with you. Can we?
You got to start with me.
Can we talk with them? Can we talk about them?
I mean, we ain't got no choice. Top 6, right? They rolling. They're probably the hottest team in the league at the moment. Now, look. Let me get this together because I have to write some stuff down. Okay, cool. The biggest thing that they were able to do was get Marcus Lee, right? Ray John Tucker starts to hit threes. Game changer. Shea Lee comes back healthy. Game changer. CG43 has been who he is. He's the constant, right? XRM finding his identity back coming off the bench. That ain't something easy to do because his minutes got cut, the style of play got cut. He's in for, he's not in for the duration of the game when he's really controlling, when he's really out there to pass or shoot when he wants to. They're all on the same page. Newly, everybody coming off the bench, right? I wrote this team off. Long time ago. From the beginning. The whole year I've been writing this team.
You're off him in the preseason.
I've been off him. But what they have shown and what other teams have not been able to do puts them in this position that they're in. They're in the top 6. They're not looking back. This is a dangerous team, and I wouldn't want to see this team. Straight up. I would not want to see this team.
Earlier in the year, Cam was talking about the play-in tournament. He was saying, look, you can't 5th or 6th. Good, have fun, that's great, but you can't really do much from that spot. You were talking about Croc Nation
100%.
and saying, hey, listen, if you arrive at that point and you are playing tremendous basketball, who knows what you might be able to do.
100%.
Let's stop talking about whether this team's going to make the playoffs.
They're in.
They're in.
They're in.
As you said, they're one of the hottest teams in the league. Now, let's not forget about Sydney and Cairns, but Melbourne are rolling. What can they do from here?
What they got left? Who they playing?
No. Forget about the regular season.
Yeah, they'll make the play-in. They'll make the minimum play-in.
Season. But if once they're in, which they're going to be, it's Dean Vickerman, it's Chris Golding. This is a team that can beat. I mean, apart from the Kings, I don't see them beating the Kings in a series. But how far can they go?
So
look, here's this team right now. They could win the chip. This is crazy that I'm saying this. You led me into this.
You led yourself.
I'm just like, they have all of the pieces and they are rolling. Plus, they locking up on D.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Liam set me up without. Liam indirectly set me up.
But this is no.
Let him say what he wants to say.
You're right. You're right.
What I'm saying is, right, the pieces that they have, the biggest thing was, right, inability to knock down the 3 from the wing. Ray John Tucker is not, he's a different player than he was in the first half of the year.
He is.
You asked me today, he can play in the league, he hitting that shot consistently. I asked you that the other day, a couple weeks ago. And at that point, he wasn't that guy.
Now?
He's the guy. He's the guy, right? So you got that. Going on the other wing, we know what he's doing. Shea Hilly, we know what he's doing. But you know what else they can do outside of hitting the 3, all 3 of them? They can get to the rack. And what happens? The defense got to shift. And you know what the biggest X factor is? Just throw it up. Just throw it up to Marcus Lee.
You go get it.
The finisher. So their ability to hit the three stretches the defense. They can penetrate. Defense rotating. Just throw it up.
Yeah. So and that's the offense.
How you guard that? And on D, they locking up.
Because, and we spoke about this in the preseason.
Jesus.
Man, credit to Dean Vickerman.
Credit to Dean Vickerman.
Because he was having a rough year.
And you know what? Leave us alone. All right? Leave media alone. You turn the ship around when you stop talking about us, putting accountability on everybody else. You got quiet and you got right. And leave us alone.
And that's not easy to do mid-season.
Right.
You know, we talk about players mid-game. Can you turn your game around? Can you turn your season around? He was like, took a deep look in the mirror and look inside and was like, you know what? I need to focus back in on my team and I need to be positive.
Correct.
I got to be positive with my guys. Now, we've got all our pieces like that we wanted, like you said.
Yep.
And he has done a really good job of refocusing his efforts in the right areas. Now he's got a lock-up team again, which he usually has year after year. They're doing what you just said at the offensive end, and they are motoring towards the final.
All right, the way they're playing is no surprise. No surprise, because they've got their dudes back, and what they're doing is not a major surprise. What the bigger surprise is that other teams above them have really faltered, be it injury or likewise, late in the season, which gives them a chance. My point is, they still can't win the championship. Because I just don't think a team can be up for the better part of 3 months to win a title when there's elimination games to come. So they say they finish sixth, right? And they will definitely be in the play-in games at a minimum. If they finish sixth, they're on the road, right? They play in Perth. All right, bang. 2 really hot teams right now. They beat them, okay, boom. Then they go to the next one. They've got to win that on the road. Maybe just to get a 3-game thing. It's hard to do. It's not the actual calibre of how well they're playing. And one slip up and they're out. And that's not just Melbourne United, it's any team. But they have essentially been up since the start of December when they went to Perth and they said pretty much, hey, every game is a playoff game for us. Yep. That's the big thing for me. How much does it take out emotionally when you have that sluggish start? Because everything has to go right. Are they in the top 3 teams in the league right now? Yeah, of course they are. But the first half of the year can come back. That's why we play 28 games. Sure. So you get the opportunity. Are they talented enough to do it? And would it stun me? No, it wouldn't stun me, but I would be incredibly surprised if they got all the way to a grand final.
I'm going to keep it a buck.
A what?
I'm going to keep it a buck.
Thought we were going there for a second.
Right now, last year, Sydney Kings was like that. And they stormed.
They did.
Loud.
They did.
Yeah.
Loud.
Tassie, similar.
Dude.
But you know what they got? Home court advantage. They ended up on top. It was a different system and they got home court advantage. Sydney didn't have to go on the road and do this.
I'm going to keep it a buck again.
Again. It makes me nervous when you say that word.
They swept Illawarra, so home court advantage didn't matter in the semis. Right? It didn't.
Nah, true.
They just kept winning and locking up on D and making
Tassie.
plays at the other day, on the other end. And swept Tassie. So home court advantage didn't even matter.
Nope.
It didn't. Home court advantage matters when you go to the last game in a series. Yo, Melbourne United could win anywhere.
Absolutely, they can
He's
win
back,
anywhere.
baby. He's back.
I like it. I like it. We're going to get to a break.
Yo,
Plenty
you play
more.
different, not
Get this man an MU League jersey. Plenty more there. That's what I do. This is what I do. It's NBL Overtime, wherever you might be around Australia. Hashtag NBL Overtime at NBL. There's the socials right there. Get involved if you find a split second because there ain't much time around. Now, we talk about Melbourne United, how hot they are. But the Cairns Taipans are absolutely cooking. Now, we spoke a little while ago about their run home and now the parochialism of the Cairns locals and how much it gives them so much energy when they play at home, which home court advantage is a massive. Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
Top 2, baby.
But
Taipans are going to be top 2. We got finals happening in far north Queensland at the Cairns Convention Centre.
I want to just point this out.
Go ahead.
I did tweet it. I said top 2's a lock, and the Breakers fans come for me. Mathematically, we can still make it. Yeah, I understand that. You're right. But you know what? I'm an opinion dude. So the opinion is I'm with you, Liam.
Yeah, man.
Top 2's lock.
And it's very exciting and a massive credit to them. That squad, Adam Ford, what they've been able to do here with Keanu Pinder. I told you last week, I got this wrong. I said this team would slide down the standings when Keanu Pinder got injured, and they have not done that. They've been brilliant. Everybody's been stepping up. They've been getting the job done. And this win in particular, Corey, in New Zealand was really, really impressive.
Yeah, just to add to everything you've said, they've all stepped up. It's almost like, okay, no problem. Keanu's not playing. We got this covered. It was a packed crowd. It was a hostile environment, and they found a way to get it done. It was a great game to watch, and I watched it.
He didn't feature much on there. I want to give a big shout out here to Sam Wardenberg. Because that young man in his first...
And one dunk! Woo!
Because he's really stepped up in the absence of Keanu Pinder. You talk about 12 and 7, and the numbers don't even do it justice because he's been coming up against Froling, Baines, Alan Williams, Derek Pardon in that last game against New Zealand and really holding his own. He's been playing to his strengths, taking them out on the perimeter.
Let's go!
Driving past dudes or sticking threes in their eye, but then down the other end, the physicality, the blockouts. I've been really impressed with what he's brought to the table.
He's been brilliant, and 24 hours ago, he was a lock for the Rookie of the Year. Except the award no longer exists. The NBL made the announcement that it's going to be the Next Generation Award. Now, I think that's been a push from a lot of different people, be it media or within clubs and at head office, to try and expand and clarify a little more who can or cannot win it. There were sometimes some murky lines. You know what it is? If you're 24 or under, when the season's ending, away you go. You can be an import. I like that. It's a league around the world that we didn't have it that particular way. It gives kids who come back from college some time. Ironically, Sam Wardenberg can only win it this year, while Sam Froling can win it for the next 34 years. So good luck trying to stop him at some point. But there you go. I'll go first. I'm not huge on new rules in the middle of a season, but I like the rule and the way it's been constructed.
Yeah, I agree with exactly what you said. I mean, it's not ideal changing mid-season, but this needed changing.
Yeah, it did.
It needed clarifying. You think about, like, with the old award, Rookie of the Year, Sean McDonald, for example, right now in Tasmania, couldn't win it, but he was eligible for Most Improved Player. So the idea that he could win Most Improved Player and then Rookie of this year and then Rookie of the Year in 2 years when he comes off being... That's just weird and it doesn't work. So it needed changing. Now it's very clear. If you're 24 and under, like you say, on April 30, import, DP, Next Stars, Aussie, Kiwi, doesn't matter. You can win this award.
Brady Manning's the only import that can win it in this particular season for people playing at home. Now, I just want to quickly, before we get to Sanders watching, there are moments in life that change your path, right? Absolute moments in life.
Okay. Agreed.
Everyone agree?
Agreed.
Sure. Let's go back to 6 minutes ago on a Saturday night. In fact, it was New Year's Eve. And Adelaide have cans absolutely lit. 18 points up. Adam Ford's like, let's play the kids. Where are the kids at? Oh, hang on, no stop and play. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, kids, stay there. And they all of a sudden go without their best player, their MVP, and go bang. Yeah. They're now the second hottest team in the league and locking it up. And Adelaide are on the outside looking in and almost needs a miracle just to get back in. Yeah. They were on a 4-game winning streak, I think, Adelaide, prior to that. Might have been going for 4. Either way, that strung a couple. There you go. That strung a couple together. There you go. That is my TED Talk, and welcome to it.
Oh, I thought there was more.
No, it's a good point. Yeah. We talked last season, the moment where things changed for the Illawarra Hawks and they got themselves rolling. Yeah. You're right. That was a massive, massive moment in the context of this season.
And there's moments in people's life.
A massive moment in Adelaide 36ers.
Yep. Oh, man.
Because that was the game that has broken the back of the team. This is a team that did what? Make history against the Phoenix Suns. You were there. And... it is extremely disappointing how the wheels have fallen off.
Are they done?
They're done.
Get them out of here.
Get them out of here. Get them out of here.
There was a moment for me as well. I got tapped on the shoulder and I thought I was getting a stinger for yes or no, and it was just to check on Liam's stinger. So hit it.
Zing it up there, Raz. Zing it up there. We're going to start with the New Zealand Breakers, who they've had good chemistry. Not here, though.
Oh, wow.
That's jet lag.
That is just not how you want to go about it. Ray John Tucker, though, man, this is a guy who just made this work. Shoe comes off, and then pass of the year.
Oh, my goodness.
That's play of the year.
Loses his shoe, and then
that's a bullet.
It behind his back. Beautiful stuff. Will Magnay, he wants this over again. Oh, wow. Not what you want to do. Dan Greeder, meanwhile, he wouldn't mind having this moment over again.
Backball.
His teammate, though, Sam Froling, says, hey, this is how it's done.
No way.
Bam! Hey, this is Mango Matiang here with the block. Look, he sends this away and then really gets after it at the stanchion.
Now,
he's been great on defense, too.
Yeah.
He's been great, and his energy has picked up. As the longer the season has progressed, he's gotten better. He's going to be a hell of a pickup for somebody, if not Illawarra.
we got one more?
We've got plenty more.
I think we got one more.
Talk to me.
Well, because, you know, as I said, I love the wide shots. You see the crowd. Look, check this out, right? Here we go. Wide shot. There's the crowd. This is going great. Bang! Ooh. Nice big dunk. John's going nuts. Look at that.
Listen to him. Hey, and then what about Ray John Tucker here? Makes this bucket, and then check out the celebration he has teed up here with Marcus Lee. Says, hey, are you coming? You got this? Bye.
Let's
Oh,
go.
he's in concussion
And then
protocol.
from a headbutt to the Webster wiggle in the corner. Look at that from our man. I love that. Bryce Cotton throws it down. Check out Mitch Norton raises the roof. I like it, Mitch. Raise the roof, except, I'm sorry, my man. There is no roof. There's no roof today. And then check out this. We're watching the game. You're watching the...
Hey!
G'day, mate.
You know what?
Come on, man.
I'll tell you what. That is legitimately, the NBL's gone to a whole new level. That's as unprofessional as you can possibly get. It would never happen on this show.
Hey, Oscar, come on, man.
There we go.
Come on, man.
By the way, that's one of the producers who demanded his 0.5 a second of time. Fame. What's going on here? This show's a schmozzle. Quick break. Maybe yes or no next.
Both these teams giving us an early look at their heritage jerseys, throwback jersey to the Tassie Devils of 1996, and Adelaide rocking the 1998 championship jersey.
Welcome back to NBL Overtime, a little heritage jersey action, which we all do love. Hashtag NBL Overtime, hit us up, let us know your favourite heritage jersey. A lot goes into it, a lot of different designers. I personally think you should just be able to roll it out, heritage, Indigenous, whenever you want, right? I love the weeks, but I'm like, if you want to play Game 3 of an NBL Grand Final Series and you want to roll out the heritage jersey, go for it.
Don't hate it.
I like
Don't hate it. I've done some digging and found some stuff that might be worth it. Speaking of heritage, can we just wind it back a little bit here? We got, this is 1984 type of
That was the
business.
Masters. Oh, CG and Gibbo, two legends of the game.
Are you happy with this jersey here?
I don't mind that.
Oh, my
goodness.
man.
Not major
Look at the
on that.
camo.
Camo.
Not
The
major.
crocodiles here. We've seen some.
Did you wear the camo?
No. That was after me.
Yep.
Shout out to Gary Irvin.
We have seen some jerseys.
We most certainly have. But you know my favourite jersey of all time? My favourite.
Talk to me.
This one. Check this out. This is still my favourite jersey of all time.
I really enjoyed it. You know, I'm just really enjoying being with this team.
Come on.
You know, Coach Gorgon and all the guys have been really awesome to me this season. So to dish that last one off there to Mosley that was really awesome.
Did you see the line I put up?
See the line? I did. Now, look, I still stand by in that particular highlight there. You're in front of Mosley. Like, I know he's done a couple of things over in the States, but here on NBL
Hold
Overtime.
on, you got me. What about this? I got
here
something,
we-
a little something.
Don't
You right here.
Oh, here we go. You know what?
Okay.
Yeah, didn't mind that jersey. That was a real cash grab after I didn't train, and those KDs were no good.
Those are hot socks.
Is that a game? Is
they're
that a game or?
41 degrees. There was,
a game?
there was a training session. Any chance of showing that hitting a celebrity 3x3 game that has him running scared? I sent it to him last night. I had a couple of lemonades in the Gold Coast, and somebody asked me about you and I playing. And I said he's running scared due to this shot, and sent it through. All right, yes or no? Just to confirm, 100%. Yes or no? Melbourne United can win the title.
They can win the title.
That's a yes.
Yes.
Is Adam Ford the best development coach in Australia?
Yes.
Is the league whistle heavy?
Yes.
If Jacob Jacomas coached the Brisbane Bullets, would they have minimum 12 wins this year?
12. No.
Is Rajan Tucker all NBL this year?
Second half of the year, he's played it.
Yes or no? Is that a new segment,
I don't think
man?
there's enough games that
That's a
get
no?
all NBL. No.
All right. Can a coach challenge even if the other team calls a timeout? Do you know this?
I don't know.
Should they be able to?
Sure.
There you go. Beautifully done. I disagree with Jay. I think he'd be very good at Brisbane.
Okay.
On that note, we're going to get out of here.
Peace.
Peace.